And welcome to Pokésports, a competitive Pokemon podcast. I'm Mike, and I play with one Pokemon on the field.
I'm Kevin. I could finally sleep on time.
It's time, folks. It is time for us to all go to sleep. Let's all
You're
Pokemon
ready.
go to sleep.
You were so ready on that yawn. It's like you knew exactly what I was gonna say. Not actually. You didn't. You had no idea what I was gonna say, but you had some idea that it was about sleep.
I absolutely knew that most of this episode was going to be about Pokemon Sleep. And I know that now that I've said that, it's not.
We're going to do something completely opposite. We're actually going to be talking about Pokemon Coliseum today.
Yeah, it's the Coliseum episode, baby. Mirror B time. Dancing Ludicololos.
This is where we remind everyone that Mike's never actually played Coliseum.
Never.
We don't clap for that. But those are the two things he knows about that game. Mirror B and Dancing Ludicolo.
That's truly it. This is the one with Espeon and Umbreon, right?
Yes, you also start with those two. Maybe you have played. You just don't remember that you played.
You know what? I have very vivid memories of watching Chugga Conroy play through Pokemon Coliseum, and that's it.
That's that.
But I guess I've watched the whole thing. That was back when I was watching Let's Plays like religiously.
Fair.
Yeah.
You didn't need to play it. You saw the whole game already. You're like, okay,
I've seen the whole game, yeah. But I from what I remember, the battle system in that is like it still holds up to this day.
It's all doubles, yeah. The whole game. And
which is why people still play it.
And we still play doubles till this day, I guess, yeah.
I suppose so.
We're still here.
All right, let's Pokemon go to Pokemon Sleep. What is the topic of today? We're going to be talking about Yokohama. We're going to be talking about Pokemon Sleep. We've got even a little bit of Pokemon Unite today. This is all kind of leading up to Worlds, where that is just going to be the episodes surrounding Worlds are going to be wild because there's just so much going on over in Japan this year. Like they are going hard with making cool stuff happen in Japan.
We're kind of in the World's waiting room right now. No one's revealing their sets. Not a lot of tournaments are happening. It's pretty much just, hey, all secrecy at this point. It just helps build the hype though, because once the Regulation D that we think we know today is not the Regulation D that will be shown at Worlds, and I can 100% guarantee that. Like, sure, you'll still see Urshifu, Fluttermane, etc., but there has to be like some crazy pocket picks. Like I know Wolfglick recently put out a Bramblegast video, but you know what? Bramblegast makes a lot of sense right now because neither Urshifu can really deal with Bramblegast. You avoid water and you avoid fighting.
Right.
You aren't affected by the windy moves from the genies.
Yep. I just put out an Oricorio Ghost video, and that it put in work. For whatever reason, like there are so many teams out there right now that can just put in so much work. The very first game,
like an Oricorio.
I thought I'd dress for the occasion. I'll give you a little bit of a spoiler for the first game. It is the Oricorio team against like one of the highest parts of the meta right now, like one of the highest teams in the meta, and it rocked the other team so hard.
It worked at least once.
It worked at least once. No, most of the battles were close, if not wins. But yeah, it is a good video. Definitely go and watch that. YouTube.com/Pokésports. Kevin, we just watched the Challenge the World video, and I have so many thoughts on that. Pokemon just put out a 2023 teaser for Worlds, where they showed a little girl just kind of going through the town, running through the town, doing some fun stuff, watching all these Pokemon, playing with all these Pokemon. And then they showed like a collage of not even real people, animated people playing the different things that are going to be at Worlds.
Playing Unite, playing TCG.
Which basically, by the way, confirms that they're treating it like Yu-Gi-Oh, where every time you put down a card, it turns into the Pokemon and then they fight.
Why not?
It's the first time I've seen it treated like that.
Yeah, I mean that's a fair point. But what I will say is they did the VGC side some justice.
Yes.
They included some actual metamons. Like, fine, Meowscarada's not meta anymore, but it was once meta once upon a time. They had Dondozo, they had Terra Normal Dragonite. It's like they know the fact that they acknowledge Terra Normal Dragonite means they have a little bit of an attention span to what's happening in the meta.
They
know
have a
that
finger
normal
on the
Terra
pulse.
Dragonite is good. Yeah,
Absolutely.
they can tell that much.
Yeah, they showed that. They showed this epic still of Pokemon Unite, with like one team versus the other team. Did a little fight sequence of somebody scoring a goal. It was pretty sick. I'm a big fan of that video. They did this other sequence of like Meowscarada and Dragonite versus Dondozo and Iron Bundle, which is like that's happened. That's happened so many times.
We've seen this before.
Yeah.
It was one kind of those videos where like so many things are thrown at you in 1 minute that you just kind of have to digest, and it's going so fast you don't know what's happening.
Like we could
I had that experience.
We could definitely make a cash grab of a YouTube video for 10 minutes, just going frame by frame at this video.
A breakdown.
Yeah.
Breakdown.
And I'm sure
46 things you missed in this video.
That's a lot of things. It's too many things. I probably didn't miss all those things.
46.
There's so many videos like that are out now. I'm like, I didn't miss that. Don't tell me that this is 46 things that I miss.
Every time there's a trailer to anything that exists, there's a 46 things that you missed video about it.
Number 32, Snape kills Dumbledore. Like, yes, that was a major story point.
Wow, you spoiled Harry Potter for me, bro.
Wow. The postmortem on that is way gone.
You can really dance.
Okay, Pokemon Sleep.
Yes.
Let's get into it. Pokemon Sleep came out as of like, 9 days ago for me and about 7 days ago for you, right?
Less, 5 days ago for me.
You've been playing it for 5 days, true.
Yeah, last Thursday. It's Monday now that we record this. It's Wednesday for you guys hearing it.
For those who have not been inundated with Pokemon Sleep yet, what is the general premise, Kevin, of Pokemon Sleep?
I wish I could say anything, but you go to sleep and you get some funny points. But that's what it is. You go to sleep, totally, you get some funny points, you grow the Pokemon you catch. It's a collectathon. It just kind of feels like Go, but for sleep tracking. It has the same kind of, I don't know, just collectible addictiveness that Go does. But
it gives you that first thing in the morning, which is really interesting.
Yes, it the way that I see it, and I've actually been like really enjoying it. I don't know if that's just me hyperfixating on it or if that's the game actually being good. It gives me a reason to go to bed. And it gives me a reason to wake up. And as like sad as that might sound, having any reason,
very sad. Yes,
having any reason to just wake up and getting to like have that mental stimulation, that's not too bad. It's like, okay, I can wake up tomorrow and I can get my funny points and I can see what new Pokemon I can catch.
Yeah, I do think
to eat the candies.
A weird side effect that's going on with Pokemon Sleep right now is it's making you wake up and experience Pokemon. So like you wake up, the first thing you do is flip over your phone, which can't be good, and go and catch the Pokemon that came to your park while you were sleeping. And that's like, first of all, it's hard for me to do that because like when I wake up, I'm all like kind of drowsy still. No pun intended. And I derailed myself with a drowsy fun.
I really hope drowsy is really rare in this game and it gives you a lot of points.
I hope so.
I really hope like that's a thing that can do something special.
Yeah.
Be special somewhere, drowsy.
So the first thing you do, you flip over your phone, you look at your phone and you start like doing this 20-minute like chore basically to wake you up in the morning. And I have fallen back asleep so many times while doing that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because like it kind of keeps me in bed though, right? Like for me, waking up involves getting up.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point.
Have a full 8 hours.
Well, that's part of the reason why I want. Guys, I lost to capitalism today. I ended up buying the Go Plus Plus. But
same here.
I did experience that inkling of, oh, I'm waking up on time, but I'm not getting out of bed on time.
Yeah.
So my next strategy is, because you have to have the phone close to you while you're playing the game, is I got the Go Plus Plus so I can have that close to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I can still experience the sleep tracking and play the game, but I'm going to move my phone far away. So I have to get up out of bed to actually play the game. Mm-hmm. That's the strat.
For those out there who have bought the Go Plus Plus, or people out there who are considering buying the Go Plus Plus, let me tell you, and this is especially important for you, Kevin, it has a silent mode. You can turn on the silent mode.
We don't have to hear Pikachu lullaby us to sleep. Beautiful.
Yeah. It is very, very loud and very annoying if you do not have it on silent mode. Especially if you have like a partner and a kid, like that you're trying not to wake up when you go to sleep. It's pretty good.
Jigglypuff, jiggly.
So with our past 5 days of sleep data, I thought it would be kind of cool if we looked and see which one of us is doing all right with Pokemon Sleep, because it's incentivizing us to go to sleep. Okay. It's incentivizing us to do stuff. And just looking briefly at the screenshots that we've sent each other on our sleep data, we are playing this game in two very different ways.
Good Lord, Mike.
Yeah. So that is my actual.
Someone send Mike some melatonin. What is happening?
This is how I actually sleep.
Wrong way.
This is how I actually sleep. Right now we have. Okay, let's get. Yeah.
I'm gonna give it to him because you're gonna try to make it seem like it's not so bad. But like, listen to this, guys. June 17th, we have 2 hours and 34 minutes total. That's what he did. Followed by the following day.
What kind of a day is that, Kevin? What kind of a day is that?
It's a Monday.
What day of the week is that? A Monday. What do we do on Mondays?
This.
Yes. So all those times where I complain about like, oh, it's so late. This is why.
Mike is justifying 2 hours and 34 minutes of sleep. I think no amount of editing and podcasting justifies 2 hours and 34 minutes of sleep.
It's fine. I make up for it the next day when I get how much?
3 hours and 51 minutes of sleep. Brother, you're gonna die at like 40. You gotta go to bed. You got a Charmander that day, though, so congratulations. I don't even have a Charmander. Yep. Okay. We could keep going down this list, but just know that Mike's biggest day of sleep was Wednesday, where he actually moved out of the snoozing type and walked into the dozing type. Mm-hmm. Which was 5 hours and 3 minutes. That's the most Mike has slept in 1 week.
Yes. So when I say that I had a 4-hour nap before this podcast, that was my first nap of this week. Like of the past 7 days. I had not actually taken a nap until today. So all of this time, the 4 hours, the 5 hours, the closer to 4 hours, that was actual sleep. It was the only sleep that I got in the past week.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're never going to grow your Snorlax like this, bro. Your highest
and you can actually tell,
59.
right? Because like it gives you a score out of 100, how you slept. And all of mine, all of mine are between, I think the lowest was 30 and the highest was 59. And that was the time that I got the most sleep.
Okay.
Yeah. I did catch a Larvitar, which is cool and fun.
Yeah, you got better Pokemon than me. Just like looking at yours, like your Pokemon are pretty cracked.
I don't know what to say. Stop sleeping, man.
I guess so. You're getting all the rare ones by not sleeping.
I mean, I got a Togepi, so. Yeah. That's all in the one area, though. Now I've moved on to the beach where you get a green Snorlax. I thought that I was all special and got a shiny Snorlax, but I think everybody gets that color when you go on that beach. So
I haven't gotten a shiny yet, have you? It seems like everyone and their mother has gotten a shiny Caterpie on Twitter.
No.
Or excuse me, X. But I haven't gotten any shinies yet. 0.
Mm.
It looks like you haven't either. Now that I'm looking through your team. Like Mike's got some cool things. He's got a Larvitar, he's got a Charmander, Sudowoodo, Doduo.
I also got a Bonsly. It's further down in that
You got
list.
the whole family, yeah.
Yeah, I do have a couple extra days on you. Now, I wanted to ask, because if I look at your sleep data, you're like in the 90s, because Kevin gets like a full 8 hours of sleep.
Somehow.
And it's interesting because like you only have five days of data, right? Your Wednesday and Thursday, you got like 4 hours, 5 hours, because you were still doing the Kevin thing.
I just started sleeping,
of going to bed at like what, 3, 4? Yeah. After work. And then waking up and doing the rest of your day around 9. It looks like you have an alarm for 9 o'clock. Is that fair to say?
Pretty much. Yes.
Okay, cool.
Around there.
But then later on, it starts getting interesting where you're getting like 7 hours and 54 minutes. Like you just flipped a switch from Friday to Sunday. You've been sleeping good.
I'll tell you what, it was my birthday. I turned 28 and I became an old man. No, but honestly, like what I was saying earlier, it does give you a reason to go to bed, and it gives you a reason to wake up. Because like before, I was like, I'm just gonna stay up. I don't want tomorrow to start yet because tomorrow means work. But now it's like I kind of want tomorrow to start. I get to get my funny points.
Yeah,
it works. Like the psychology is so basic, but hey, listen, we're humans, and there's a reason why sleep tracking apps work, and there's a reason why Pokemon apps like this work. It's because at the core of our existence, we like collecting things that mean absolutely nothing.
Yeah,
it's working.
But I'm trying to stay competitive here. So for Sunday and Friday, you received 84 points. And then for Saturday, you had a great night's sleep, got 93 points. Did you feel that the points your Snorlax got because of the good sleep? Were those like night and day? Were those like night and day? Did you get like a ton of points on the 93?
Do you actually know how that multiplier works? It takes the score that your Snorlax is at right now and it multiplies it by that factor. So if your Snorlax is at like 50,000, multiplying it by 92 or 93 makes a big difference. It makes about 50,000 point difference. So it does actually mean a lot. So you are probably receiving a lot less points than me in comparison.
Probably. Like half.
What was the highest? Yeah, what was the highest like Snorlax points you gotten to? Like I've gotten to Master Ball 1 with the 5 days.
Oh, I think I was only on Ultra. I think I was only on like Ultra 2. Yeah. That's interesting. I wonder if I can
all
look
resets
at the
anyway,
old
though,
analytics.
but...
Yeah. It's all in here somewhere. But it's been an interesting time playing Pokemon Sleep. I love the just gathering all the Pokemon in the morning. But yeah, if I look at like my sleep trends, no, it's probably not going to show my old Snorlax.
If you guys are wondering what I got some pretty boring stuff. I got a Squirtle, I got a Mareep, a Gulpin, a Psyduck, a Ghastly, Ekans. I have a Caterpie called Blasphemy. Don't know why. I love it though.
You know, the Pokemon, they level up slowly, like very slowly.
You got to use candies. You use candies?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how I got my Ghastly to level 9, my Larvitar to level 8.
But the thing is, like, I don't know when it's optimal to not use candies and use them to, like, evolve them instead. Because, like, I'm at the point with Pikachu where it's like, all I really need is candies to evolve it into a Raichu. I don't really need candies to level it up, because what does that do for me?
But your Pikachu's level 6.
Yeah.
You'd evolve it at
just
level
need
6?
You can. Why not? You
I
just
guess
need
so.
a Thunderstone and 80 candies.
But like for
But if I
things
just
like,
keep using the candies, I'm never going to get 80 candies.
I mean, you will once you stop committing them to leveling it up.
Mm-hmm. What do the levels actually do? Oh, they give you the more abilities and stuff, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it gives you Snorlax extra stuff.
I wonder if there's like an optimal place to stop. Like maybe you should stop at 20 for all of them and then worry about evolving them. But there has to be some kind of speed run here. But I also shouldn't care that much.
I'm also not sure how to make my Pokemon happy. Because there's a happiness meter for these Pokemon.
Yes, you have to buy like energy incense or give them an energy balloon.
Oh.
Yeah, but usually when they have a full night's sleep, they get happy. Yes, they also mimic your sleep pattern. Maybe that's your problem. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Oh yeah. They need rest. Cool.
My Pokemon have to sleep. Cool.
Yeah.
But one thing I will say is this sleep tracker is accurate. It is absolutely accurate. I love looking at my analytics. I love looking at like when I was in deep sleep, when I was in just kind of dozing, when I was in sleeping. I'm a very heavy sleeper, and it shows me.
It has me record. It has like 10 recordings, but every time I get a recording, it's just me moving around. It's not me making a noise. So I guess I don't make noise when I sleep. Well, but I thought I did. Everyone says I snore.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. You snore. You don't have to listen to it. But like,
I know I do, and you do.
I don't hear. It doesn't show up on the recordings. Maybe
you have a 20-year-old phone, so maybe the recording isn't that high quality.
Brother, if it could run Pokemon Sleep, it ain't 20 years old. It's not a molar. I can't even say it.
Molar. It's not a rock and roller.
It's not a rock and roller razor, man.
Wow. Yeah. No, it's interesting. It does capture sleep really well. It captures the essence of sleep. This was a 4-year-old in development game. Like they're gonna have that down.
The thing is, like, I'm actually enjoying the game so much that I'm currently cheating. My sleep time is set for 12:15, and you have to sleep on time to get certain missions done in the game. So I currently have it in my room while my girlfriend is sleeping, so that it's capturing her sleep instead of mine, so I don't mess up my streak.
I'm really interested to see how that works out for you, because
I really hope it does.
When I did it, if I look at like my sleep statistics on Friday, I tried that. I had to work late. So
you actually slept less than this. You slept less than what it says.
That was the amount that I actually slept that night. I had it going for 8 hours. I put it down at 11:30 where I set my bedtime, which is dumb. I should not have done that. Because I never go to bed at 11:30. But I turned on the sleep part. I put it face down over in my bedroom and I walked away from it. Oh my gosh, I keep dropping my phone. And I walked away from it.
Mm-hmm.
I came back to it around 3:30 and then got like 4 hours of sleep from there. And the next morning, what it did is it was like, 4 hours we have untracked and 4 hours we have tracked.
Oh, so it just knew you weren't there.
It knew.
How does it know?
It knew that it wasn't getting like proper data.
There has to be a way to spoof the system. There's also a thing in game that allows you to manually input sleep. So you could probably just cheat like that too. Just be like,
I don't think you get points.
Then what was the point of us doing that?
Sleep tracking.
I think you get less points, but you don't get... I don't know. Do you get no points? That would be awful.
I don't know. At
Let
some
me
point,
spoof your game.
At some point, I'll go and manually add sleep. But no, I'm not gonna mess with the system too much. Because there is a part of me that like genuinely wants to have the sleep tracking in there accurate. Yeah,
that's fair. There's a
I'm
part
not really trying to play the game that much.
That's fair. But hey, listen, this is a competitive Pokemon podcast. We gotta get ready for Worlds 2025.
Now remind me, can you send these Pokemon to Pokemon Go?
You're asking the wrong friend.
Okay. Because for some reason I have it in my mind that you can send these Pokemon through the pipeline, right? So like over to Pokemon Go, over to Pokemon Home, and then subsequently over to Scarlet and Violet. And if that is the case, we are absolutely having a smackdown with Pokemon that we have
Pokemon
got
Sleep.
through Pokemon Sleep.
I can't wait to smack you with my Rash Bellsprout. It's gonna be great.
I mean, I'll tell you, I do have a timid Pikachu ready to.
Oh, GG. Wait. Okay, then the game just starts off everyone with timid Pikachu then, right? Because I also have a timid Pikachu.
Oh, maybe. They actually give you a good. No. That was a Pikachu that I got later. The first Pikachu that I got was adamant, so they don't do.
Oh,
do
okay.
It's just you also have a timid Pikachu.
Oh, fair. Yeah. Well, I started with timid. Everyone starts with Pikachu though, right?
I think so.
Okay, cool.
All right, let's move on from Pokemon Sleep.
Let's wake up.
Let's wake up. Hey, I have a little bit of news from Pokemon Unite.
Oh.
Yeah.
Rrr.
Did you know they have still been releasing Pokemon this whole time?
No way. They're still making money.
They are. I think the last that we played, Clefable, had just come out.
That sounds familiar.
Fair to say? Yes. Probably, right?
Mm-hmm. Something around there.
Since then, 13 new Pokemon have come out. We've been asked in different places if we still play Pokemon Unite. The answer is no, not since the game not since Scarlet and Violet came out. But I do like to loosely keep up with what's going on. I like to watch the games when I'm in like a regional or a national or stuff like that. And I'm definitely going to be watching it for Worlds, just to kind of keep up with what is going on, because eventually I'll go back to it. They've brought in draft mode. They've brought in like things that make this MOBA about MOBA. Yeah. So I'm gonna wanna try that out. But since then, we've had again 13 new Pokemon. There's Zoroark, Sableye, and Urshifu, which I think we kind of were keeping up with as that was coming out.
Yeah.
There was Dragapult, Comfey, Zacian, Gudra, and Lapras.
Ooh. Yeah. How does the Lapras move on the map? Just kind of.
Yep. Just kind of slaps. And then from there, we've got Chandelure, Umbreon, Leafeon.
That's a weird one.
Yeah. Chandelure.
Yeah, like, who likes Chandelure? Like, I don't know. I guess they have Dodrio in the game, so.
I mean, we got Greedent like early on.
Yeah, people like Greedent, right? But like,
you
name me a person. You name me a person that's like, yeah, Dodrio. That's my boy.
That's fair. A lot of people now. Will say that. Chandelure, Umbreon, Leafeon. I guess they brought two evolutions out rather close together.
They're gonna eventually have them all, yeah.
And then completing the Eons, they brought out Inteleon.
Okay.
So they brought out Umbreon, Leafeon, and Inteleon. Weird combination, but it works.
I've never heard of that evolution before.
Yeah. And then most recently, they just brought out Mewtwo.
Why not, man?
Yeah.
Why not? You know, we had Zacian, we had Mew. Bring out Mewtwo. And you know what's even cooler about this Mewtwo is I saw that it has the Mega Form in the game too.
It does. It
so
evolves
Megas
into
aren't
Mega
dead.
Mewtwo X.
Yeah, Megas are still here. We can still use them. We own the copyright and the property. Put them in games. Oh, it's Mewtwo X specifically?
That's right.
Okay, it'd be cool if you could switch between the two. But yeah. All right, that's cool.
The Unite official website says channel Mewtwo's psychic power and decimate opposing Pokemon across the map with powerful psychic blast from the skies above. Opposing Pokemon around each point of impact take damage, are left unable to act, and have their defense decreased for a short time. Mewtwo sounds like the character that I would play, actually.
I guess we're playing Pokemon Unite.
Yeah, I kind of want to play Pokemon Unite.
They added like an
novice.
actual.
Perfect.
Oh, perfect. They added like an actual, hey, choose your lane before you queue to it too, right? Yeah.
think
So
so.
the biggest issue that I had with Unite from years ago was like everyone fighting for jungle, but now you can actually queue for jungle. Like that's not bad. That's pretty good. Just queue for jungle and go.
You can just be in the center lane now.
Yeah. Excuse me while I watch the champion spotlight that still hasn't improved after all these months, but gets the moves across, I guess.
It really, like, they found a formula that they liked early on and they just stuck with it.
And boy, they sure do like it. I really do care about how the champion scores. Okay.
That's what I want to know. When is Regirock coming to Pokemon Unite?
It has.
What?
Hasn't it? It was like one of the downstairs.
Oh, you're right. I forgot about that. Well,
The
they need to bring it
downstairs
back as an
Pokemon.
actual character.
When can I be a Regirock?
Yeah. All right, let's move on. Hey, there are small little tidbits of information that's being dropped about Japan, about things to do in Japan, about what's going to be in Japan, what's going to be in the venue. One of which I just learned about Pokemon Mezastar. Had you heard of Pokemon Mezastar?
No idea what that is.
It's an arcade game. It's a Pokemon arcade game.
What does that mean?
Like, you know what an arcade game is, Kevin? Like,
yes.
Like a little box where people walk up to and they press little buttons and they do things on the screen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It says the game incorporates similar features to the developer's previous titles, which include Pokemon Batrio, Pokemon Treta, and Pokemon Gaole. Which had you heard of any of those?
It sounds like you're having a stroke, brother. I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah, right.
Mezastar.
Here, I'll send you exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. I'm seeing it. I don't.
There's so many. Japanese arcade games are next level. Like, I can't believe this never caught on anywhere else. It was intended to be launched in Japan during summer 2020, but was delayed until September 17th of that same year due to the pandemic. Game incorporates similar features to the developer's previous titles and continues the use of physical peripherals, in this case tags, to operate Pokemon in battles. The battles are conducted with 3 Pokemon on each side and take place in different kinds of environments. Players can catch Pokemon while playing the game, which are dispensed as tags from the machine. So, like, you get a tag from this machine, you get your Pokemon, you can go and battle with it, you train it at the arcade that you go to.
This is so wild.
Right?
It's like real life cryptocurrency. Okay, got it. It's like tangible, intangible tokens. Kind of like just tokens. Yeah.
And then you can have like tag battles where you and your opponent, bring your best tags and battle each other with them.
This is so weird. Okay.
It's so cool.
So are they going to bring this out at Worlds or what? What are they doing
Yeah,
with
that's
this?
going to be at Worlds. That's going to be there. You're going to be able to do it. Get yourself a tag.
Nice. It looks
And
like
then you won't be
there's
able to
a
use it
corner.
at all until you go back to Japan.
Yes, but listen, anything from Japan that's exclusive to Japan smells like resale value.
No. You won't be able to sell those tags. No. You can try. You're not going to get much for it. Because again, there's no use for them anywhere except for Japan.
You think that some person isn't going to put that in a plastic case for 40 years and sell it? There's going to be one person.
Come buy this tag. All the machines have been deprecated as of 26 years ago, but come and use this unusable tag.
I mean, that's kind of what NFTs are, Michael. Come use this unusable photo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to bring this up now. I'm going to say it to you after the podcast.
Fine.
The other things to do in Yokohama. So there is going to be a Pokemon Unite play area. There's going to be a Pokemon Mezastar play area. And they've also announced that any players who attend PWC, Pokemon World Championships, will be able to receive a stretchy form Tatsugiri. Tatsugiri comes with the Commander ability, as well as the moves Draco Meteor, Muddy Water, Helping Hand, and Celebrate while holding a big nugget.
Do they think that anyone attending Worlds doesn't already have a Tatsugiri?
Do they think VGC players still need a Tatsugiri?
Like, do they think that that's the one thing that... How about you give them a shiny Golden Go? You know, that thing that you made nearly impossible to get? How about you give the 100 players going to Worlds a shiny Golden Go? You gave them the most popular Tatsugiri form with the move Celebrate, which does absolutely nothing. And hey, they got a nugget.
A big nugget.
A big nugget. The biggest nugget. You could sell it for 10,000 Pokédollars. I don't know, man. Okay. Neat.
But there was
It will be in the Cherish Ball, though.
It will be in a Cherish Ball. So go and get that. You want to talk about the controversy?
Oh, yeah. You want to know the one thing that you aren't going to get at Yokohama this year? The chance to get championship points. They decided to cancel the Open, man, which honestly would have been the only reason that I went. Well, not the only reason I'm going to Yokohama, Japan, but, you know, one of the reasons that I'd want to attend Worlds was to be in the Worlds Open and have points for the following season. Why the heck not? You might as well get IC level amounts of points.
So tell me what the Open used to be.
So what the Open used to be is you have the World's competitors playing on day 1 and day 2, right? Only a certain amount of players will get day 2, and every other player below that will get day 1. The World's Open takes place, or used to take place, on day 2, so that people that come in to spectate can play in the World's Open, or that people that get knocked out of day 1 can play in the World's Open the following day and still play to compete for championship points that take place in the next following season.
Right.
It's essentially an international challenge level of championship points as well. So top 128 to 256 would get CP. Not to say that it's easy, but the chances are a lot higher that a Worlds level opponent will be able to get CP for the following season. Right. They just decided to get rid of that. And like, I get it. Sometimes things happen. Sometimes, you know, you can't get enough TOs out to Japan, or you can't, your funding isn't where you need it to be. Oh, time conflicts. But they weren't transparent about it at all. And they waited until like, what are we, 2 weeks out from Worlds to actually announce it? Like, people got their flights booked. People got their spectator passes purchased. People got their plans made.
Yeah. There are people who built their trip around this. There are people who are going to Japan specifically so that they can play the Open. Is it the best choice? Turns out not. But is it the best choice to go and purchase a ticket just so that you can play in an Open tournament? Not really. Probably not. I wouldn't recommend it to people, even if they were continuing to do it. But at least it was a part of the experience. And now Pokemon is basically saying, hey, this part of the thing that you were planning your trip around, let's take that. We're taking that away.
Yeah, I would honestly prefer if they were just like, hey, listen, we couldn't get enough staffing out here. Not enough TOs can afford to go to Japan, or we weren't able to get them all out here, so we will not be hosting the Open. Like, just give us a reason. Why? I'm 100% sure that's why. They just didn't say it outright. They just said, we regret to inform you that the World's Yokohama Open is going to be canceled. That's pretty much it. That's all they said.
because they
But,
can't get
you know.
proper. Yeah, I don't
I
want to say
think they
cuts,
might just
but
not be able to get. Yeah, that seems to be the most likely cause,
yeah.
right? Because that should be the only thing holding them back. Like, what else would be holding them back at this point? It's not money. This is Pokemon.
Well, I was
We're
I was
talking
thinking that
about
it could
here.
have been a space restriction or something like that. But
I mean, maybe. I mean, Tokyo is populated. Yeah.
what you're saying does make quite a bit of sense, though. That staffing
Yeah.
is just hard because you're pulling from
'Cause-
like a global staffing pool.
Well, not just that. You have to remember that Pokemon Asia
Mm.
doesn't have as much TOs because all their stuff is online.
Right.
And this isn't Pokemon Asia that's putting worlds together. It's Play Pokemon. So the majority of Play Pokemon TOs and professors don't live in Yokohama.
Right.
They gotta travel to Yokohama. And a lot of them, I'm sure, have day jobs, right? They have to. They have day jobs. They have to think about finances. Is it financially responsible to travel to Yokohama, Japan for, you know, some Pokemon cards and a couple of swag merch? Like, you know?
Right. This is why it's
not
important
easy
to pay your TOs.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You gotta justify it.
Yeah. Well, thankfully we still have online tournaments and whatnot that people are definitely going to be putting on a lot of online tournaments during that time for all the people who aren't going to Japan or went to Japan to try and go into the open. They're just like, hey, just go and play this instead. Yeah.
There is some good news that is coming out of the open being canceled. It does mean that no one's going to get a head start of the season, right? There's not going to be a single individual player that is going to get a nice little, I don't want to say cheap head start because they earned it, but, you know, a big head start to being in a tournament that isn't really available to many, if not all people. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, you'd get a head start just because you can rack out $2,000 to fly to Japan this one weekend. Congratulations. But, you know, it's kind of nice that everyone's starting at the same place.
Some people definitely like shell out a lot of extra money they save up for this. So, I mean, some people, they try real hard to get out there and participate in the open. So, I mean, I don't knock the people who go out to participate because that's also kind of the game that we're playing in esports is like a lot of it is can you afford the lifestyle of going to this place and participating? But because that's what it is for the rest of the year too, right? Like, yes, you can shell out X amount of dollars to get over to Japan, but then you'd also need to shell out X amount of dollars, probably the same, to go to each of these regionals, to go to
Australia, to go to
nationals,
EU, to go to LATAM. Yeah,
exactly.
The same people that would shell out to go to Japan will probably shell out to go to every other one too.
Sure.
To be entirely fair.
Sure. Speaking of online tournaments, though, we've got Nino. I wanna talk real quick about Nino Pokebros, who put together the FF number 71. How many people were in this one?
160-ish.
Not bad. Not bad. Was there prizing attached to this one? Yes. Looks like first place gets an invite to the Nino Pokebros Invitational. Hey, that's awesome. And then the winner of that was Kazuki, who from Japan, the only Japanese player for the top 24, ended up winning. That's really cool. With a 12-1 record. One with a Cresselia, Amoonguss, Landorus, Therian, Ursaluna, Fluttermane, and Iron Hands.
I love this team.
Yeah, that's the team, huh?
This is actually a really cool looking team. Running the Poison Terra just to be like, hey, screw you, Urshifu. Also running the bulk up on the Ursaluna.
Poison Terra on the Ursaluna.
Also on Ursaluna, yeah. A lot of cool and interesting Terra types here. Dark Terra on the Amoonguss, just for the Prankster taunt. We have Fluttermane with the Grass Terra, probably because of spores. We got bulk up on the Ursaluna. Also, did you know about this? The people are running stat increasing moves like Swords Dance and bulk up on Ursaluna, so that you can deal with acid armor Gudra.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
So if they bring up their defense, just haha, I'm just going to bring up my attack.
Yeah, exactly. And you're running the poison terror, so body press doesn't do anything to you. It's like, okay, it's resisted. Good luck.
Ally switch on the Cresselia is a fun little piece of tech.
That's a nuisance move. Hey, listen, if it works, it works. It won first place.
Right? Ally switch Lunar Blessing is a nightmare for me. Either I'm going to heal up or I'm going to switch in. So
it doesn't, you can't spam it as much as you used to be able to, though. It's a 30% chance of failing, of working, I guess, if you use it twice in a row. It has the same like protect thing happening to it.
Yeah, but I'm never going to want to use it twice in a row. I'm always going to want a lunar blessing on my second turn.
You'll never get a chance to use it twice in a row because the Ursa Luna that got away from the attack will one-shot you by that time. You'll be gone.
Exactly. I think more often than not, I'm going to want a lunar blessing just on that first turn, or even just Trick Room. Like Trick Room into lunar blessing is so good.
Yo, shout out to Karad Demono for rocking the Gallade and getting second place. Hello.
Yeah. With a record of 11-2, Karadamono from Australia won with an Indeedee, Gallade, Torkoal, Iron Bundle, Ursaluna, and Chi-Yu.
Ooh.
Yeah, that
wait,
Gallade is
Indeedee and Gallade. You can
Why?
do in prison because you got so many options here. Look at this. You have the Indeedee with Imprison Trick Room to stop hard Trick Room teams. Okay. Number one. You also have Indeedee with Follow Me and Gallade with Trick Room to pretty much guarantee your Trick Room goes up. To have the Ursaluna and the Torkoal in the back to just kind of have that Trick Room mode. You also have Indeedee with like Follow Me plus Sharpness and Psycho Cut boosted Psycho Cuts. Or Psychic Terrain boosted Psycho Cuts in Psychic Terrain to pretty much just one-shot anything you want. And also, you have Wide Guard. Like, you kind of have it all there with Gallade. Gallade just is the perfect Pokemon for that situation.
I have never, ever considered using Psycho Cut in Psychic Terrain with a Gallade with Sharpness. That it makes a lot of sense. With a Scope Lens.
Psycho Cut, yeah, so it's a 1 in 4 chance of critting. Oh. You have 1 in 8 already, and that boosts it one more time.
It's Maths Gallade.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to play this. I want to play this for the channel. Somebody who's made a rental code out of that, put that in the Pokésports Discord, please.
Give this to us.
This is a major request, high priority, high urgency. I want to play this Gallade.
This is wild.
Love it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, definitely, yeah. Let's put a pin in that. We've got a Q&A from last episode. Okay. I asked, what is your most memorable moment in Pokemon, competitive or otherwise?
Ooh.
Got quite a few answers for this one, actually. From Jackson, says, probably my first shiny hunt for a shiny Eevee to turn into an Umbreon for 500 SOSs. What's 500 SOSs?
Soft resets.
Oh, yeah, fair.
Right? I don't know.
Also, weirdest place I listen to Pokésports is a fish culture lab, right? We asked.
Oh, yeah, we did ask that, yeah.
I told people to hijack the question.
Because you wouldn't remember.
Is in a fish culture lab. I'm a fisheries master's student. That's cool.
Fish culture
really cool.
lab.
I wonder how one gets to be a fisheries master's student.
How many turns did you take in life to get there, my friend?
Well, they're a master's student, so
I know, but like
not many.
That's fair. But like, how'd you end up in the fishery cultures department? Like, you could be a master's in anything, right?
Are there a lot of people in that program? Are you in a full class of other fisheries masters?
Did I make the mistake becoming a grocery store supervisor? Maybe.
I have my Pokemon masters on my phone. Let's see. Ultra Beast Pro says Trick Room is the most fun I've had in games, especially when it works. One question: I often have trouble setting Trick Room. My team is Dragonite, King. Which King?
Gambit.
King Gambit. Thank you.
There's
King, so many kings. There's King Gambit, Slow King, Kingdra,
Nido King.
Aegis Aegus. Amoongus. Oh man, they've used that character limit to the extreme. Ursaluna and Ice Horse. Any tips or changes? Yeah, I mean,
more setters.
The team sounds good. More setters.
I didn't hear any. What? Yeah, what were the setters? I didn't hear any setters. Was there a Cresselia there?
Yeah, there's a Cress. Sorry, I missed that. Drago King, Cress, August, Luna, and Ice Horse was what they said.
Yeah, I would say more setters. Get it. Cresselia is a very like consistent setter because you can't one shot it, but there's some Pokemon that can still one shot it. Right? It's not foolproof. So I like running things like NDD Hatterene specifically, just because there's a lot of different options, especially a lot of different Terras. And having Psychic Terrain in general, or some way of stopping fake outs and priority moves, is really convenient.
Right. A Buzzmander says 2 answers. One, I listened to Pokésports while hiking mountains. Okay, wow.
Okay.
Dude just has an abundance of mountains to hike while listening to Pokésports every week. Not bad. And 2, I remember the Pokemon 10th anniversary and getting Celebi on Pokemon Leaf Green.
Celebi. I feel like I missed a big part of my childhood because I never actually got a mystery gift the correct way.
Okay.
I think by the time I got mystery gifts, I was around like Diamond and Pearl. And by that time, I was already being a bad boy with the game.
I see.
I never got it. Like, I never went to a GameStop and got like a Genesect or anything cool like that. I feel like I missed a big part of my childhood.
I feel like the people who did that are older than us. Like, older than even me.
Fair. Yeah.
Because, like, I'm, 32. And, like, when I was growing up with Pokemon, like, I wouldn't go out to these places because I didn't have a parent or an older brother or older sister who wanted to go and do those things or would have helped me out.
Wait in the line.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I also wasn't too like on the pulse of what was going on in the events world in Pokemon. So I guess it just never was really a part of my wheelhouse. People in more populated people in more populated like US areas probably would have had a little more exposure to that. But like me in suburban northern Toronto, like not really.
Yeah, if the schoolyard didn't say it, I didn't know about it.
And even if they did, I was of the cohort of kids who thought that you had to use strength on the van beside the SS Anne to go and get a Mew.
GG.
Yeah. Cal says, I'm proud to report the Pokésports has been played in the Virginia State Capitol building and the Virginia Supreme Court. Hang on.
I hope that you work there and don't just go there frequently.
We need to get into this. Now, hold on. Has it been played in the speakers of the Virginia State Capitol building in the Virginia Supreme Court? Or did you just walk through it while having your AirPods in? Because they're very different things.
Yeah, we need a lot more context here.
I need so
He's
much
actually
more.
A jury member.
Yeah.
He was the jury member listening to Pokésports while the verdict is read.
Does Virginia's government like really like Pokésports here? Is this what's going on? I'm into it. Lane says, just wanted to say about Pokemon Sleep, there isn't a hard code for Charmander. I got the Slumbering Sleep and got a Squirtle. Yes, I saw you got a Squirtle as well, Kevin.
Yes, I'm also a slumberer.
Yeah, did you get that after your first sleep?
Yeah.
It
might give you a Kanto starter after your first sleep.
It seems to be a Kanto starter, yeah.
Maybe depending on your sleep type. There are 3 sleep types.
Yeah, it could also just be that that area has Charmanders, Squirtles, and Bulbasaurs, because I also did get a Bulbasaur.
I have a Bulbasaur too. Yeah.
There you go. All right. Ashlyn says, probably when I opened my first hitter Pokemon pack, or when I pulled a Rayquaza V alt art, my most expensive card to date. I wanted to know, is that something that trading card game enthusiasts like really pay attention to, is the resale value of their cards? Or are there people who don't care about that?
Well, I mean, resale value is tied to rarity. So I'm sure they
Okay.
care in that sense. Like things are more expensive because of their rarity.
Is that the metric that they go off of?
I mean,
Could be.
that's a pretty consistent 1-to-1, right? I mean, the only differences are like, oh, if there's a pretty girl on it, typically it sells for a lot more because that's just how, I guess, the cards work.
Right.
But yeah, I guess it's a 1-to-1 with rarity.
Interesting. Also, the strangest place I've listened to was boarding a plane to move to Korea. Oh, that's so cool.
Oh, we got a Korean fan base. Nice.
I wonder if Ashwin is still in Korea.
What are you
That's
doing over
cool.
there?
So they went and had a whole life change.
That's crazy.
That's really cool. Mewtwo and Ultura says, oh, okay, wow. April 17th, 2019, Jewel Changi Airport, Singapore Pokemon Center. I was there, and the ceremony came home with a Mewtwo plush and some Pokemon cards. Just living my best life as a Singaporean Pokemon trainer.
Brother was at the Singaporean Pokemon Center listening to Pokésports while buying Pokemon merch.
The question was, what's your most memorable moment in Pokemon?
Oh, I thought that's where he was. While also listening to Pokésports.
No, they were just over in the Singaporean Pokemon Center. That's awesome though. Came home with a Mewtwo plush from there. I didn't know that they had Pokemon centers in some airports. That's really cool.
Yeah, it's actually really cool.
Yeah.
Hey, did you know Mewtwo's coming to Unite?
Hey, look at that.
I heard it on Pokésports podcast while I was climbing Mount Everest.
That's the weirdest place to record a podcast. That's what we'll do for 500,000 subscribers is we'll record a podcast from a mountain.
For Mount Everest. Never said it had to be the top, though.
We still need to pet puppies.
We're at the base of Mount Everest recorded.
Yeah. We Kevin and I still need to pet. We still need to pet puppies. We said that we would go and pet puppies for 20,000 subs.
And then we've met like 4 times since then and forgotten that each time we've met each other.
I don't even know if it's a forgotten thing. It's we've just had so much other stuff to do. But like,
I can't remember. Did we walk past a puppy in any of the events we went to?
I don't know if I've seen a single dog with you. Yeah.
Is it our fault?
Or is it
humanity?
Fate. Yeah. Steiner says made day 2 at UIC.
Congrats.
There you go. Say when I posted the team at Discord, it took less than a day before Mike used it. Oh yeah, cool. That happens sometimes. Sometimes when people post things in the Discord, I use it immediately. That's pretty much what happened with there are a couple teams actually that I can think of.
I'm the complete opposite. When you post something on the Discord, I'll use it in 2 weeks.
Yeah, because Kevin like really plans out his stuff, and me, I'm just like, I need a video tomorrow.
I only have 2.5 hours of sleep.
Yeah, I have 2.5 hours of sleep. What's going on? What is this world? Pokemon the 4th says, I was at a tournament for TCG. I was set up in 3 turns, doing so well, playing a Gardevoir deck, and then I OHKO'd their V, their Pokemon, their V Pokemon, and realized I forgot to put down prize cards, so I auto lost, and that set me out of top 4. No!
These are supposed to be good memories.
Oh,
That's
no.
a bad memory.
Oh, it's the most memorable moment.
You get auto lost if you. Oh, I guess, yeah, because how do you redo the entire game? You can't, because the Pokemon that would have been the prize cards are now in your deck somewhere.
That's right.
That feels bad, brother. Now imagine he was doing that while listening to Pokésports.
Definitely kicked right out of top 4.
We distracted him.
What are you doing with earphones and listening to a podcast while you're playing on stage? Like, no. This one's cool. Michael says, lads sleep overnight with pizza and drinks legally the day Sun and Moon came out, starting the game together at the same time and then going wild when I found a shiny picky pack on the first route.
Yo,
I love that moment. You described that so well.
Y'all remember just now that Toucannon was a Pokemon? Because I just did.
That's so
That
true,
poor
yeah.
shiny Picky Peck has not been able to come back into a main series game since Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, by the way. That is locked in home jail right now.
It's locked in home jail. This one's interesting. Seabass McChop says, sat in between Wolf Glick and Eric Stewart round 1 of Hartford, and that was the only round I won a clean 2-0 set. We were also there.
You got their energy. Yeah. I think Seabass McChops, we didn't say hi to you, but we noticed your name in the actual lineup after the event.
Yes.
Like the rankings. We're like, Seabass McChops. I didn't know that was his actual name.
I don't know how you did that. If it's not, I don't know how you did that, how you registered under that, because you have to give ID.
You can. Oh, do you?
Yeah. When you go and sign up, you have to go and give your driver's license so they can verify who you are.
That's right. You do.
So if that's a legal name, then that is awesome.
That's the best name I've heard ever.
Yeah. Let's do one more. Weirdest place I've ever listened to what's this? On my underwater headphones during a swim practice. Pokésports helps the grind. Are there such a thing as underwater headphones, Kevin?
Wow. You could tell me and Mike don't go to pools often. I guess, where there's a demand, there's a market, right? I guess there are swimmers that want to listen to music, so there are underwater headphones. That does make subtle sense. Mike is now sending me photos.
They're definitely underwater headphones.
Oh yeah, those are definitely things that wrap around your head and go into your ear.
Cool.
Best waterproof headphones 2023, music solutions for pools. Wow.
I love it. I'm going to go buy some underwater headphones.
I'm going to go to a pool. I'm going to go swim.
When was the last time you swam?
Ooh. Wow.
Has it actually been that long?
I think the last time is when I went to Mexico.
Like
wow. 3 years ago. Yeah. I haven't been.
Mine was Saturday.
Where did you go?
To a house with a pool.
Brother, I live in New Jersey. I
live in Ontario.
Minutes from the city. I don't got. Yeah, but you just said you live in northern suburbia. Please relax. I live in New Jersey. I'm too close to the city to have a pool. I have to drive 20 minutes to a pool. Or we got a beach. I don't go to that either.
You have a beach.
I work 60 hours a week and get 8 hours of sleep, so I don't have time for a pool.
What time is there left? Yeah. I'm not me Googling how many hours in a week. It's 168 hours in a week.
Okay, so I spend 8 times 7.
56. I think I have that on my head.
Yeah, 56 plus 60. Because that's the hours I work. If you want to add 7 for commute, I whatever. How many hours in a week?
I don't know. 168.
Okay, 168 minus 123 is the amount of time I have left to have a social life and do Pokésports.
Mm-hmm. So that's 45 hours remaining
every week. Yeah.
45 divided by 7, that's 6 hours. 6 hours a day. Not bad. And you gotta factor in watching One Piece because you're trying to catch up.
One Piece.
So, One Piece.
If you want to hear more about One Piece, you can subscribe to Pokésports on Patreon, where we talk nothing about it, or all about it. Nothing but
quite a bit about it, actually. I know I said nothing. I meant the opposite of that.
I was supposed to be asleep 2 hours ago, according to Pokémon Sleep,
true.
And now I'm not.
And
I'm only gonna get 5 hours of sleep tonight.
Oh no, Kevin, no.
My Mondays
I have to be up
are
early
ruined.
tomorrow too. That's good. It's fun.
Boy.
Well, I hope you can make the most out of your potential 6 hours a day this week, Kevin. Go and get the most amount of sleep that you possibly can. I'm also going to go and get the normal amount of sleep that I've been getting. And,
we're currently using up my 6 hours for the Monday right now.
Yeah. Well, thank you for spending some of that with me.
You got it.
And if you too are spending up to 6 hours one of which listening to Pokésports as we ramble on. Thank you so much for listening. We appreciate you quite a bit. If you want to go and check us out in other places, you can go to YouTube, youtube.com/Pokésports, where we put out a video every single day. And Kevin has been streaming once a week, which has been really cool.
Follow us on x.com.
Well. Go on over to x.com. I think it's still twitter.com though, right?
No, it's not.
Can you actually go to x.com and be,
yes,
oh, wow, it brings you to Twitter.
Brother bought the domain X.
Wow. So going over to x.com/Pokésportspod and follow us there.
This actually works. Pokésports Pod.
Sure does.
It sure does. Cool.
I did not know that. Yeah, cool.
Neat.
Next. Go and get some Pokemon Sleep, everybody. That's what's going to happen to you when you Pokemon Sleep, is you're going to level up. We can and should be sponsors and ambassadors for Pokemon Sleep.
At this point, yes.
Yes. The two sleepiest boys in all of Pokemon. We're
here
sleepy
now.
Boys. Exactly. All right. Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll see you next week.
All right.
Bye-bye.
To the loop. Bye.